Hello, Scorpio. This is your tarot forecast for August 2016. And this month pretty much is pointing towards values, okay, whatever that means for you individually. For some of you, those values will hold those things close to heart that has to do with love, romance, getting balance in those areas. For others of you, we're looking at financial values or the things that are important to you to get all your ducks in a row, so to speak. So there is some decision making here throughout this of August. Some of you will come to see that there's a big bump forward, all right, that you can finally leave behind a period where things have been a little bit more laborious. It's like you've been working or things have been moving a little slow for you, but now we can start seeing that those engines are going to be revving up for you. Now, I'm seeing there is something being presented to you. This could be either a new job or it could be a new project. It could also be a promotion because I'm seeing security. This security here in this area for you is something that you have toiled towards. Okay, you've been working for it. It's not something that's just out of the blue coming to you, even though it might just even feel like it once it presents itself. But it's more like, okay, suddenly it's there. That allows you to actually turn your back to what has been a little difficult. We can actually go back 3 to 5 years for some of you, Scorpio. Not all of you, because of course this is a general reading, so I can't comb all of you under the same comb, but I do see a portion of you, Scorpions, you've been wondering when this long-term cycle that's been a little heavy or difficult. And so I'm thrilled to see that the balance that's taking place this month is allowing you more liberation, freedom financially, but also time-wise. And I'm thinking, once worries are out of your mind, well, then that liberates more time to speculate upon those areas that are equally and or even more so important for you. So I can see how by the mid-month, thereabout, you should pretty much know the direction of what it is I'm talking about right now. Because as you do, coming from the second week into that third week of August, there I see you looking out over the landscapes towards those far horizons. It's like now you will know where you're heading. There is an increased sense of energy, physical, spiritual, and mental energy kicking in. And you know what it's going to do too, which is beautiful? It's going to leave you feeling energetic at home, having more energy to spend with your family, your significant other, the children that you might have. Why? Because now you're feeling that your time is being valued. You are being seen for what it is you're doing. You're getting the feedback that you so deserve, and it's just empowering. So I can see how areas are being revealed to you where the energy is going to unleash itself with joy. And what's really sticking out for you is not just the value systems that you're feeling valued and the financial values coming to you, but it is the value of joy, happiness, harmony. It's like your heart chakra here, Scorpio, is flowing over. And it is the focus on your family that is the strongest here in your reading this month. There is just a feeling of things coming together. If you are a mother, well, you're going to be enjoying the energy of this month because you're going to be able to be that much more creative with your children if you have younger children. If you are of an age where your own children now are grown, well, then it could be a grandmother's type energy coming in that you can feel that you have more time to spend with your grandchildren. Regardless, I'm seeing here now that spiritually and mentally, emotionally, how things now are starting to feel like they're all coming together. And I see you being more communicative, you're sharing, you're open. It's like the shutdown phase that some of you have felt is now suddenly over. You're more outgoing, and even in your relationship, it looks like that area might pick up some more intimate energy as well. And of course, that can be very healing to the relationship on both ends. Now, let's point onto a subject matter here that might be a little sensitive, Scorpio. Could point towards that there might have been an issue somewhere in your life that has been a little bit difficult. And yes, I did say that the feeling of drab might have been here over these last few years for you in the way that you've needed to work through certain things. But there's an ongoing situation here that could feel a little sensitive, and you're kind of like in this hold position right now where you're observing where this might go. So I kind of see you being active and yet passive, if that makes sense. When I'm saying being passive, it's more you turning into the observer rather than the participant. Because if you go into this sensitive matter, I feel it could be a relationship oriented, then things can still get a little bit mixed up. But I'm seeing as being the observer of what's going on, that's wisdom, not really to kind of rock the boat unnecessarily. And that is the wisdom that you have with your high eagle Scorpion energy, right? And I think this is a direct link to where I'm seeing that your relationship area might just now start opening up a little bit more. So, yes, you have direction. I see enthusiasm, I see optimism. When it comes to you, what you're working with, there's goals, there's maybe even a new goal that you can start yearning or reaching towards. But there's these new beginnings in this, and there is a man who is extremely important to you as far as what it is you're trying to achieve, Scorpio. Now, this man, he seems to be a nurturing type of personality. He could be a Pisces, he could be Scorpio, he could be Cancer, or have a lot of water element. He is somebody who can bring joy to your life. He can actually bring change into your life, and especially in the area where we're looking at your career. So this isn't necessarily a loved one or your significant other, but somebody who wants your best, okay? He has your back. And I see this person too being very enthusiastic about the things that you're trying to establish and get off the ground. So he could be extremely helpful. So whatever it is now that you have had some thoughts or maybe even worries about, I'm seeing how that's turning to the opposite. By the end of the month, I see smiles on your face as you're heading in towards September. So there is joy here. There is feedback coming to you that you will feel that the steps that you have taken actually have been steps of wisdom. You haven't pushed things because there is a time to move forward. And there is definitely an equally important time to step back and not act, just observe. And that's what I'm seeing. The key ingredient here, the wisdom of your soul, is to know when to step forward, when to step back. And in the meanwhile, everything else is now falling into place. Your family life, structure, children, or even grandchildren here right now seems to be very an excitable period in time, with also renewal, put it that way. And then whatever these money matters are coming in here for August, I feel they're all good. Very, very good. Now, what disappointed you here earlier, Scorpio? I'm seeing there has been, like, in an area, a specific area, it could be different because I'm doing this general reading again, not an individual private reading, but I can see for some of you there's been 1, 2, 3 back-to-back disappointments. And I feel these disappointments are all tied in with hopes, dreams, expectations. So whatever it was you were hoping for, it kind of like backfired or boomeranged around and leaving you feeling like, what? Like, why? Right? Questioning it. However, though, I'm seeing again here, and I think this ties in to what is going to come as a beautiful ending of August, is that by allowing things to develop, allowing things to mature, is what is the most important ingredient here, to allow that to come together on its own, mending it on its own. Sometimes we confront, sometimes we choose not to, and so from that, I'm seeing how things are lining up, and yes, it is coming in, and I feel there's a wholesome one coming together here by the time you're ending into September, which is looking absolutely fantastic. You have things to celebrate this month. You have things now to complete, let go of and also open up for. So definitely a dynamic month, but then again, nobody like Scorpions can really be as dynamic as you are. You love that thing, right? Because it makes you feel alive when you're in the midst of everything. So I wish you a beautiful month of August and balance it the best you can. Look at where to participate, where to be the observer of. When you have that beautiful balance, well, then you have it made. I'll see you next month in September, Scorpio. Have a good one.